So I just got back from Kansas City Planet Comic Con, and I'll never forget it. Literally, because I got all these comic books, and I got hit by a vehicle. It's taken a few days to recover. I might have some brain damage. Let's roll the bumper, and I'll tell you all about it. Hey, what's going on, you wonderful weirdos? Pocan Joe made it back alive. Made it back alive. Through no help of myself. I promise you that. So, yeah, on the last night of Comic Con, I kind of got hit by a vehicle. No major, just some little bruising, little knot on the head. That's about it. I'll survive. I'm moving a little slower than I normally do, but I'm an old man, so nobody can tell the difference. Nothing major there. I didn't mean this for that to be clickbait at the beginning, but it is what it is. All right, so let's talk about what you're really here for and these great comic books I got. First off, Planet Comic Con. Oh my God, the dealers showed up to deal. Like they just wanted to sell comic books, and it was great. If you love haggling, love doing a little negotiation, love bundling your stuff, I highly recommend PlanetCon in Kansas City. And the people in Kansas City were just absolutely amazing. We'll talk more about that at the end. Let's get into what I got. Let me know what you see in here. If you're like, oh, that's pretty interesting. That's not. Some of this stuff I just kind of got off of a guess. Um, but let's jump right into my golden age. So the first one I got. Now I always find it odd to find a golden age issue number one of anything. So whenever I see them, I snatch them up. It's just that thing, especially when you can get them for a decent price. So here we have Animal Adventures number one, 10 center from the Golden Age. Yeah, it's a little cartoony, but again, just to be able to see this stuff, it's intact. It's fairly good condition. So super happy that I was able to pick that up. Next, we got Swift Arrow number one. Again, a lot of Golden Age and Silver Age guys were selling there. Yeah, there's a lot of writing on this. Some kid wrote his name on it. It's been stamped. That stuff doesn't bother me. I'll make sure it gets preserved and in a good home. Major Steel, Dynamic Comics, number one. Again, dealing right there in that 1940s era, right? Look at that cover. Very reminiscent of Dick Tracy, right? Probably like a ripoff of it. Your boy picked up one of his Ranger comics. If you don't know, I collect Ranger comics. It's one of my favorite comic books to collect, and I was able to get issue number 61, and I got a great deal on this too. And the condition is, I would probably put it at a 6, right? It's Golden Age. But even for Golden Age, that's awesome. But I only did that, like, I didn't even haggle the price on this. It was $85, and I was like, I'll just buy it for that price. That's fine, right? So it's super good. Got some little Fire Hair. That's the character's name on the front. If you know, her name's Fire Hair. All right, next. We got, Great Action Comics. Yeah, this is also a number one. Again, I was surprised to see this. Like, I've seen this a couple of times before at a price I was just like, no. And again, we got a 5 on it for some reason. I don't know why. But, yeah, super good deal. The grader put it at a 4.0 on this one. Um, Again, Golden Age. Just happy to be intact and together. So here's a comic book. I've heard of it, but I've never actually paid much attention to it. And I saw a bunch of them at the Comic Con, and it was GI Joe. This one's number 19 from the Golden Age. But every cover that this dude's on, he's doing the most horrific stuff, and he just looks like he's living his best life. Like, like he's just like there was one where he's like stabbing a Japanese fella, right, from the war, and he's like just gutting him, and he's like just smiling, and I'm like, oh my god, it's kind of sadistic. We may end up having to do another run of Golden Age books, just get like smiley faces or something. I don't know. All right, so now we're going to kind of bleed into that Silver Age a little bit. I had this book once before, and I think I gave it away for a prize, but it's Angel and the Ape, and it's number one, volume one. So yeah, this is when things were getting funky, right? A little hipster. Next, you've seen this book before. I know it's been on other people's channels before. It's actually Dracula from Dale, and it's the #1 issue too. It's a ripoff of Batman. Still, let's see here. Oh, Bawana Beast. You've probably seen him recently in a couple of runs. I think it was the King Shark run, right? Like he showed up and he was like the avatar of the animals of the earth or something like that. So there's his first solo. That was super cool. I got that for a good price too. Very happy. And my little grail that I got for the older stuff is Devil Kids #1, featuring Hot Stuff. You may recognize his character. There was a time where like sailors would get him tattooed on them, right? Old school state sailors, right? Oh man, I can't tell you how happy. There was a Little Devils #1, and the guy just wouldn't move off the price. And then I saw this one, and I was like, "Well, will you move off the price of this one a little bit?" He said yes. So I got this for $100. Not too shabby. All right, so I picked up something from the '90s. Um, I'm not real involved in the spec game. You know, if you've ever seen me in a chat room, you know I'm not into that. Um, but I figured why not? Because I did hear some news about Archer and Armstrong, and this is issue 0 and issue 1. I just can't ever find these. Like I find all the other issues except for these two, and I was like, when's the next time I'm going to see them? What if I want them? First off, it's a good story. If you've never read it, it's actually a very funny story. You know, it's kind of like a I don't know how to put it. Two opposites, right, working together to fight crime or be superheroes, right? So really good condition. Let's see here. We got a what is that? A 7.0 and an 8.5. So yeah, I'll take them. Why not? They can go in the collection. All right. So the rest of this is 80s goodness. Remember, I've started a short box run of just 80s nostalgia. So the roles and the goals for this particular box was I had to have watched it, right? Either TV or the movies. I had to play with the toys, right? And it's got to scream 80s to me. I know that's a very vague part of it, but that will make sense in a second. All right, so first, I finally got my Voltron #1 at a decent price. Most of this was all bundled together. So whatever price you see on there, that's not the price I actually paid. I was allowed to bundle some things and take a percentage off. It was really good. Like I said, they were there to deal, and I'm super happy. But yeah, it's a nice Voltron right there. So Voltron #1. Sledgehammer, right? The Creep Show version. I don't know if anybody ever remembers this. I vaguely remember the show, and I remember it was just hilarious. There was a scene with like a bazooka and a sniper. It was a whole thing. So yeah, I picked that up because that just screams 80s to me. Next, Gollum, issue #1, first appearance of Gollum in Strange Tales. Right? Again, that kind of weird, eclectic type stuff off to the side. The Crystars. I had these toys. They were funny. They were easy to break too. You'd think the name would have gave that away. Next, Fraggle Rock. Who doesn't remember Fraggle Rock? Right? Let's see here. Visionaries. God, these toys were horrible with the little holographic stickers that always peeled off of their little staff and then their chest. Yeah, those were horrible toys. Okay, let's see here. Set toys. I loved bug toys when I was a kid, like big bug toys, like Transformer ones, whatever the case may be. So super happy to get that. That should be a movie. Like it had a very complex plot story to it. Even the cartoon did. It was very. I remember it being very, very rural. Not rural, but royalty, right? Kind of like a Game of Thrones type of thing. So yeah, Shantarians. Who doesn't remember this? Every episode, they would throw their arms out and the things would connect to them. Right, the water guy was kind of the loser of the group because there's not always water around you. Shogun #1. That was super nice. First issue. Silverhawks. I got my Silverhawks. Oh, I loved Silverhawks. I loved the intro song to it. I loved the characters to it. It was very dynamic. If you haven't seen it, I think there's a couple episodes on YouTube. Look them up on YouTube. It's a fun cartoon to watch. I know I already have a He-Man #1, but I was bundling a deal, and The guy had a couple of these, and I was like, well, I'll take one of those off your hands, but you know, we gotta drop the total price. And the guy did, so I picked up another He-Man #1. Look at that price. That's all he was asking for. Yeah. Um, Transformer Spider-Man. I already had issue #1, but I got this one because Spider-Man was in it in the black suit. Um, I just think it would fit in the collection. Why not? And that's issue #3. Next, Air Raiders. Now, this one I had completely forgotten about until I saw it in the box. It wasn't a very popular cartoon. The toy line was garbage. It kind of got stuffed in the back. Wasn't really a big deal, but I saw it and I was like, I guess it fits. It does scream 80s. It really does. So yeah, I got that. Next, kind of moving into more movies and shows. Dragon Slayer. Who doesn't remember? Come on, if you're my age, you remember Dragon Slayer. That was pretty, right? So yeah, and plus that really cool stylized art there on the front. So yeah, happy to get that. 18, #1. Dun, 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 dun. That's like an 80s theme song, right? Next, of course, Batman 89, right? Right. And last but not least, only because if you saw my kind of walkthrough videos, uh, this kind of brought it up to me. The Dark Crystal #1, those scabies things. Are they scabies? Sketskies? Sketskies? I think that's what that guy, right? Yeah, so there it is. So that's it. That is my haul. Well worth it. Oh, sore. And just, Kansas City is a blast. It really is. There was live music every night on the main stage down in the Power Light District. Great. We found a great little bar to hang out. Meeting the other YouTubers is always huge to me. I love meeting the YouTubers that are out there. I think this is the first time me and Burke from Burke Family 54 met. That was super cool. He's a real chill guy. He brought his friend Mike V. Mike V was he was a pretty cool guy. They just dropped, this week they dropped the video where they interviewed Joey Fatone. That was kind of awesome. Let's see, Nick's Kicks and Comics was there. I like hanging out with Nick's Kicks and Comics. He's a very complimenting person, and he is just an overall. He is probably the quiet gentleman, right? But not the one you push, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he has that steel reserve to him, and that's what draws me to him. It's weird. Panda Awesome he's just flipping awesome. Like you cannot be in a bad mood around that guy. He's doing the ho and the yelling and very complimenting to people. It was something else. Let's see, you saw Dunn from the Dunn show. He was there. We met him, first time we met him was at C2E2. Met Average Will. I've seen him in chats and stuff like that. He was a really chill guy. He was fun. Let's see. We met Bobby, Brother Joe, those guys. Oh man, just great guys. Really great guys. Oh man, it's so many people. It's just crazy. I think I got the main group there. If I forgot you, I do apologize. I did get hit by a car. So I'm sorry. Like it hurts to laugh, but I'm sorry. But no, if you didn't get an opportunity, definitely I did a day 1 and day 2 walkthrough where you kind of walk through the con and then a little bit of the nightlife. Us hanging out at McFadden's, having a great time there, and then a little bit of footage of John's Big Deck. Super chill local spot in Kansas City. Absolutely amazing people in there. They bring in so many talented people to sing in there. They got 3 floors where you can do like straight up night clubbing all the way down to just some dude with a guitar rocking out, and it was fantastic. I had a great time, but I am happy to be home with my ice packs. But all in all, I give it a plus. Just absolute A+ experience, and I can't wait for the next one. We're gonna see what we can do. Maybe squeeze in 2 more cons this year. Let's see what we can do. I don't know. If you got any suggestions, definitely comment down below. Um, but yeah, definitely. And if you didn't check out those walkthrough videos, definitely check that out. Some of the cosplaying, some of the art that was there was just amazing. Oh, one last thing. I got to meet Adam Savage. You know, the guy from Mythbusters. I didn't get it filmed because that was just kind of a thing I wanted to do. But that was super cool meeting him. Very delightful person. So yeah, that's it. That was my con experience. All right, time to go to the comic book shop, pick up this week's haul. Talk to y'all later. Bye.